Hey guys, it's Barrett with the Camping Camper. So today we're going to talk about germs, more specifically germs from the coronavirus. You know, a lot of you guys may not know this, but when I was little, I used to have pretty bad OCD for a little while, to the point I was hospitalized because I actually thought there were germs on my food, and there were, but I thought they'd kill me if I ate the food. That's a whole different thing. Obviously, I beat that because of what I do for a living, and I'm pretty healthy. That's code for not healthy and fat. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about today is how coming here kind of brings some of that feeling back, which is actually a good thing, but you just don't understand how much stuff you touch on a daily basis. So I was just looking at a source over here a minute ago from the New England Journal of Medicine that was actually posted on MSN. But this stuff can live for a while on different stuff. So just to kind of tell you, like paper and stuff, it says 3 hours, but paper money was 4 days. Glasses, 4 days, drinking glasses. On the outside of a surgical mask, it says that it picked the virus up for 7 days. So what can we do to prevent this? We can wash our hands and we can stay away from other people. Now, the issue, we'll go over the mask and stuff and respiratory stuff on another video, but this can live longer on items than it can suspended in the air, right? So the issue is about the hand washing. That's what we're going to talk about today. So does that mean you just got to wash your hands and be done? No, it doesn't. First of all, they say you got to wash them for 20 seconds with soap and water, or you can use the alcohol stuff. The alcohol stuff does just as good for viruses, okay? Now, we're going to walk through here in a minute, and I'm going to show you how many times you can contaminate something by making a sandwich. I'm telling you, everything that we do, we touch stuff all the time. And you people that put them gloves on and just leave them on, they're not doing you any favors, because it's not any different than not washing your hands. Because every time you have a glove on, you touch something else. When after you quit touching whatever you just touched, you got to take that glove off and throw it away. You can't just leave it on all day. It's not going to help you at all. No more than not washing your hands. So I'm telling you, most of you people that are wearing gloves everywhere, you're not getting yourself anywhere. Now, I'm just going to tell you, on the way, I took a little trip from here to the lobby earlier just to do some stuff on the computer. So if you think about this, how many things do you have to touch from here to there? Well, first of all, you probably touch some of the furniture in the room. Hopefully the room's been Lysol'd. I have some Lysol coming up here, but everywhere's out of it, of course. So you touch the furniture in the room, okay? Well, then you go to the door. What do you touch? The doorknob. You open the door, you go to the elevator, you touch the button. You try to not lean on the walls or anything like that. In here lately, I'm trying to touch the button with like the back of my hand. But, you touch the button, you go downstairs. Door opens by itself, you're in the lobby, you go over, you touch the chair because you're sitting in the chair. You touch the keyboard, you touch the mouse, you touch the table that the computer's on, possibly the printer. And then to come back up, then you got to go back to the elevator, you got to push the button, then you got to go inside the elevator, you got to hold your key card at the button so that it accepts it. And so then you push the button so you got your hand on the key card, and then you got to push the button in the elevator, then it comes up, then you got to come back, you got to get your key card again, you got to put it in front of the door, and then you got to open the door with a handle. So that's a bunch of stuff, okay? Now let's talk about sandwich making. I'm going to show you the correct way to make a sandwich in a highly infectious area where you're worried about this, okay? So we're just going to walk through it step by step. I'm going to make a sandwich for you. You're going to understand why we keep saying you got to wash your hands all the time. And then part of me is like, if it's this hard for me to do it, because I didn't go through all of this last time. I took some wipes and wiped everything off, tried to make it as clean as possible. But what's that person that's at the restaurant doing when they make your food to go? How many different stuff are they touching? So this video that's following right now is going to show you how difficult of a job this really is, just to make a sandwich without germies on it. All right, so before we start our sandwich making adventure, what do we want to do? We want to wash our hands. So if you're going to eat, you want to wash them in the sink first, but I already did that. So we're going to use some alcohol, just show you my hands are clean, okay? No visibly dirty at all. So then we're going to get a plate. But when you first get these plates, they're wrapped in plastic. So you got to take all that off, and that's got germs probably all over it. You got to watch when you go to get a plate now, you got to touch just the very edge. Even though your hands are clean, you're just trying to not touch anything more, okay? So got the plate. We'll set these down. Now, what am I going to do? Okay, so I'm going to get some bread. I'm in the middle of New York City. I went to Target earlier, got a few groceries. They, like everyone else in the country, had 2 packs of hot hamburger buns left and the little mini breads, and that's all they had. So I got buns instead of bread for my sandwich. So, as you saw, I took the tie off of the buns. But now, can I just reach in here and get a bun? No, you can't reach in there and get a bun. Your hands got germs on them from the wrapper. So you gotta set that down. You gotta wash your hands again. And I'm telling you, if you use gloves, every time I'm washing my hands, you gotta change your gloves or you're not doing any good. So you gotta wash your hands. Then you get a bun out where you don't have to touch the outside of the bag, okay? All right, so then we're gonna put the bread up. So we're gonna wrap it up so it doesn't go bad. You could wait till you got done to do this. All right, so buns are done. So we're gonna put those down. Now what are we gonna do? Now we need to get, oh man, I forgot to separate the bun. So I done touched the wrapper and stuff. So now I gotta wash my hands again. I actually didn't plan on doing that. That was my own common mistake. All right, so now hands clean, we can open our bread up. Now what do we need? Now we're gonna do a ham sandwich, so we need some ham. So I didn't show you that though. Let me scoot that over. So I opened this with one hand and reached in with my clean hand because I can actually do that since I didn't touch the outside of this container with my left hand, okay? My left hand's still clean. Right hand's dirty because it's touching the outside, okay? Then we need some cheese. So we're gonna reach over here and we're gonna get our cheese and we're gonna open it. They didn't have any processed cheese food, but they did have regular cheese. So open that, but my hands are dirty again, so I can't reach in there. So now I gotta wash them again. Wash, do my alcohol. All right, so now you gotta try to open this with one hand and reach in with one hand and get a piece of cheese, which these are kind of hard to separate with one hand. All right, got one. All right, so there's that same thing. Hands dirty, hands clean, but as soon as I do this, to close that, both hands are dirty again, okay? Now, I did get the squeezable mayonnaise and mustard. So with this, I can open it. Okay, you're still to assume the whole outside of it's dirty, but you don't have to touch anything. So you can just put that on there. Okay, and then close it. And then the same thing with the mustard. Okay, and then our sandwich is done. But can we just pick it up? No, you touched all this stuff. You can't just pick that up. This has got the Rona on it, okay? So you gotta wash your hands again. Now our hands are clean. Now we can eat our sandwich. Obviously, that's going to be more difficult the more stuff you put on the sandwich. Getting into pickles, all that stuff. I just say that because I realized that I didn't have any and I would like some. Anyway, so that's our case in point of why you got to change your gloves all the time, or you got to wash your hands all the time, because them gloves ain't helping you by leaving them on for more than usually 30 seconds. Now that we had our sandwich, we want something to drink, right? So what's going to happen if I just pick this water up and start drinking it? It's big water, a little soda. Water's better for you. It's a free health tip of the day. Obviously, I don't do too well with that one. So, bottled drinks. You don't know who's touched this. Several hands have been on it. Person putting it in the store, people picking through it, looking at them, setting them back on the shelf. Who's had it? So my opinion on this is when you open this, you remember your hands are dirty because you touched the whole water. You can safely put your lips on the threaded area there. But if it goes down here where the seal is, that's not clean anymore. You could have germs on there. Could potentially make you sick. The chart that we was talking about earlier, I believe on a lot of plastics, yeah, it was 3 days. 3 days germs can live on there. This coronavirus anyway. 3 days. Can live on that ring, and you just put this in your mouth and you just infect yourself. So what you got to do, some soda bottles are, the threads on them are deeper. You actually can drink out of them without doing anything, but you got to clean the bottle off. So especially around where your mouth is. Now you got to use a cleaner that kills viruses. I'm not even sure about this one. It says antibacterial, but I don't see anything on there where it kills viruses. Viruses are smaller than bacteria, so you have to be careful with that. I'm just showing you as an example. Make sure that it says for viruses. Clean it off. Okay, I already cleaned this off with soap and water actually. So clean it off. Hands are still dirty. If your hands are still dirty, just touch the very top of the cap, pull it off. Now you don't have to worry as much about getting your lips up here because you've cleaned all the germs off of it. Okay, so what's that mean for a can? Have a can of soda. Who's touched that? Who knows? So your first option is to wash them with soap and water. A wipe that you know kills viruses. Okay. And whenever you open this, you still have to be careful because your hand's dirty unless you just washed it. So if you hold it like this and open it, you just put germs right here where you're going to put it in your mouth. Now, one way to make that easier, you still have to make sure that this little tab's clean because theoretically it could have germs on it. So if you make sure that's clean, you can use a straw. That's what they're doing up here quite a bit. I've never bought a can of soda and had a straw given to me before, and I thought, makes sense. So that's Barrett's common sense about germs today, and get them off your hands.